So the Huber needle is designed, it is a specially designed needle that actually has a little curve in it. The reason for the curve is so that it doesn't core the implanted port. Now, here again, you're always feeling around to see that everything's okay around the site, but this would be an implanted port. You're going to clean, like you normally do, a large enough area that you're going to put a dressing on like this. The difference is that when you put this on, you will flush the tube, and this will have to be flushed with your saline. And let me see if I've got one here. I'm going back and forth, I apologize for that. Oh, I'll take that one, thank you. Because then I won't tear up that system there. Definitely as scarce as hen's teeth. Okay, so I get my air out. I always get my air out. You guys didn't get this chance to see me do that with the first one. Okay, so remove the cap, or take this off and go ahead and unclamp. And I've got to have this all ready. Okay, so this could go on to my field like so. This is probably my non-sterile, this is my sterile. Clamp, clean. How long should I clean?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. So I've checked to make sure I know where the port is. I've got that all done, it's dried. At this point, then I'm ready to put my Huber in. And if my gloves are, let's say I've changed my gloves, because I would have one designated sterile hand and one non-sterile. Since I'm right-handed, I've got to use this hand, okay? So then you put this down like so, remove the cap, and then you're going to just find the edges of it, and don't touch the area, and then you go directly in. You flush. And you make sure that it's going in fine, and it looks like it is. So once it's in, I see no air bubbles in the line. And let's say I've used all this 10 to flush. Then once it's in place, I remove this little clip on the top. Now, usually when you have the Huber, you can also tape it down. And if I have a little spot of tape that I can use, I would go ahead and put it down here. Then I put my dressing over. And I put this dressing over and put the little pants on it so it's in place and it's going to stay put. And I designated a sterile and a non-sterile hand in order to do this. Or, unless this is sterile, that would be great, then I don't have to worry about it, you know, in order to put this in. But whatever I put it in, I'm probably going to have to do it like this, okay? But you're going to have to be careful not to touch your spot. Yeah, in all actuality, in putting this in and flushing and all this, it's better to have a sterile syringe, because I don't know how you're going to do this when you have to feel here.
You're gonna touch, yeah.
You're going to touch. It makes a lot more sense to just 2 sterile gloves, okay?
And the clip is just to keep it in place?
The clip does come off, but it's just to, it kind of helps you as a guide. I don't know if I can get this back on. Yes, I can. So see, then it just kind of helps you as a guide to get it in. Let me show you again if I was doing this. I have to designate a sterile and a non-sterile hand. This is probably going to have to be my sterile hand. So in putting this in, one hand is going to have to be used to find the hub. Nope, it's not going to hold. And then when I'm ready to take this out, I just pull it out like so. Okay? Let's say this is all sterile. Okay? Just going to be easier that way under the circumstances. If you designate a sterile and a non-sterile, I don't know how you're going to feel. Okay? Unless you basically hold like this.
That's what I was gonna say, as long as you don't touch the front part, wouldn't it?
And then go in like so. and then flush. And here again, a little pulsation is a good thing. Always clear your syringes. You know, there's going to be air bubbles even if you clear them. And then once that's done, then clamp, put the valve on the end, the cap, or if you're hooking it up to something like a solution, you can hook it up and then put your dressing on. This comes off. Dressing, excuse me. And then you've got your dressing on. You're ready to connect it to whatever. Questions? Just have to remember what's sterile and what's not sterile.